And welcome to Five Flag Speedways here today. 150 laps here in the Racers Elite. These are the late models. Going to pull up some race info here. One thing I have is 150 laps. These cars don't really dance around as much as others in the rear, and they will be pretty stuck to the ground. I think I also need to get one of my... I don't know, something that's not... That looks a little bit weird. But I'll give them all a paint refresh because I haven't been on my iRacing in God knows how long. I will pull up the qualifying order here, though. So first was Cliff Adams, second Andrew Teff, third Kyle Hess, fourth Cody Bonelli, fifth Jesse Fox, sixth Pete Bellini, seventh Jonathan Stidham, eighth Dennis Kane, ninth Troy Thomas, 10th Stephen Littrell. 11th was Matthew McDonald with 12th Mike Allen, 13th Barry Nelson, 14th Terry Fennell, 15th Aaron Roth, 16th Mike Fudge, 17th Corey Crowell, 18th Steve Vest, 19th Brandon Massey, and 20th was Matt Metler. I still think I've got... I think I'm still running a little bit of an older file, maybe. Honestly, not completely sure. I think I am. Yeah, because something looks off here. I will get that fixed eventually one day. Also going to move some stuff up and around in my layout. I don't use the typical SDK layout. I have a little bit of a custom one that I use. That's just how I am. The drivers have finally pulled away off of the starting grid. No, do not move that. I need to go back to this. So you see Cliff Adams and Andrew Teff leading them to green. Andrew's running the Toyota. That is not something that I have seen in a while. He normally doesn't run a Toyota. I'm not sure how long they can last on fuel. That will be something that we'll find out here very shortly. If I had to guess, they can probably go about halfway. I think they're probably, yeah, they're 65% fuel. So we'll just have to see what they can do. The lights are off on the pace truck here. As the green flag is in the air, we are underway. Andrew with a little bit of a wheel spin there, it looks like, trying to get going. Hard to not want to kind of settle down on itself. We'll try to roll that outside line. At the back of the pack, looks like everybody's settled down relatively quickly. Let's see where they settle in line-wise. I almost want to be not where the 51 is, and we got somebody around, and he saves it, though. The 59 of Matt McDonald. It looks like they wrecked behind or in front of him. Matthew McDonald. This is where it first starts. He comes down in front of the 29, and then, oh, the 2's trying to slow up, and he gets ran over from behind. It just looks like guys just kind of jamming it in there, trying to see if they can maybe gain a little bit of positions there, but that's just a classic stack up. You're going to see that happen basically no matter what. It's just something that happens all the time, and it does suck for that driver that, you know, had nothing to do with it. I'm going to see if I can figure out where this one is, because I think they've got exactly what it is. I don't think we'll see anybody come down pit road. We only have one, which is Fudge. He was a car that got destroyed. I'm not surprised to see him at all. Not one bit. Makes sense to see him come down pit road with probably that damage that he has, if any. Luckily, with it being a short track, I don't think he's going to be hurt too bad. I think I have found where... That's the top left. One of them is in here. Well, I'm going to have to find where this is, because evidently I am missing it. We see lights are still on the pace car. So it's not going to be too much longer for them. Those lights have just gone off here. About 5 laps in, caution very quickly. Looks like it's not too bad of a wreck. Just really two cars really involved, 3 cars in total though. But again, there's not too much of damage on those 2 vehicles. You see, pace car has pulled off here, and the green flag is back in the air. We are back underway. Getting a little bit darker here. Would expect the lights to come on soon. 7 laps of 150 done. See that? A chrome blue 19 of Cody Bonelli. A little bit too bright of a blue for my liking. I like a little bit of the darker blue. Not what the 69 is running, kind of somewhere in between that. I believe I've actually got no, it wasn't these. I got a chance to see something up at our county fair about 2 months ago. It was not late models. I can't remember what it was. It was actually, I know one of them, Henderson Motorsports, is a local team to us. I live 10 minutes from their facility. They actually brought up one of their Busch cars that they won three races with, I think 1984. There was a bunch of, I think there may have been one late model there, and then everybody else brought their just dirt cars after that. Just to the fair, just to show them. May have been 1 or 2 late models. I can't remember, to be honest with you. Biggest mover so far is Corey Crowell. He is up 9 spots currently. Lap time wise, they haven't fallen off. They've actually pretty much stayed the same. I think last time I even did these cars, there wasn't that much fall off. I didn't really notice them dropping off a cliff. I mean, maybe it was like a 10th over the whole run. They're only 15 laps into their run, so I got to keep that in mind. That could rear its head here in a minute. I don't think it will though, but I'll just have to keep that in mind. Should not have done that. That is not what that looks like. Lights have, or the sun's come back out here, so just a little bit of overcast for just a second. It got pretty dark. I was wondering what was going to happen. But it has gotten spaced out again. As we got a caution on the track here, Terry Fennell has crashed. So he must have gotten loose coming off of 4 looking at it. Yeah, loose out of 4 and just slid it down to the inside. It hit the wall decently hard. I don't think it's going to really hurt that car though. I don't think we'll see anybody come down pit road. Need to see. There is Terry's going to come down pit road. So 2 guys didn't grid. Metler and Massey did not grid. Yeah, they weren't really falling off that quickly, to be honest with you. That's not lap times exactly. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't horrible by any means. I do think they'll probably run this set of tires for as long as they can. I really want to find, where is this logo? Because I know it's in here somewhere. I'm about to find out where this is. Only thing I can think it could be is it's got to be the one logo. Can't be. It may. There's no way it's that one. We'll see if it is. I don't think it is though. Let's cancel that. The lights have gone off on the pace car here. It will be Adams, Hess, Benelli, and Teft, your front two rows. Fox and Stidham behind them. See, all those marbles up in that high line. Do not get up there for those drivers. As the green flag is back in the air, we are back underway. Looks like leader really controls the start here. I mean, he shoots off immediately. Oh, we got somebody around. I can hear it behind, and this is a big one. The 57, the 2, the 59, the 58. One of the two. 3 drivers involved. Looks like it's actually 6 in total. This will be... 51 just gets into the wall. The 36 just nips him. 59 gets lifted up. Flex the 57. So that... It's so weird hitting the wall at any track. It slows you down like 20 miles an hour. So that 51 is trying to pull it off the wall. He gets it pulled off the wall, but he just gets ran over in the end. That 2 just barely avoids a wreck after he was just involved in one. Yeah, I'm not going to really put that on anybody there. That's just circumstances, straight up. Sucks that it happened, but I mean, it does happen, though. See, where is this one SDK logo? Excuse me. That is like the one SDK logo that is in this. So I'm gonna see, there's another one here. Not that one. We'll see if it's this one. Hopefully it is. I think it is. So far, it's been relatively quiet. Besides those incidents, and they're not very big wrecks, though. Lights have gone off, so it'll be Adams, Hess, Benelli, Teft, Fox, Stidham, same as it was the last restart. Tell you what, that is an interesting paint scheme there on the 42. That's the old Richard Petty Motorsports numbers. Pace truck will pull off here, though. He's going to go right now. Yep, there he goes. As the green flag is in the air, we are back underway here. Behind, they get it fanned out relatively quickly. Nobody's getting too aggressive with each other. That's good for them. Kind of worried that we're going to see a little bit of beating and banging on each other. .42's thinking about going 3 wide. If this 42 can get his nose in here, he can probably go 3 wide in a minute. I don't think he's got the room, though, but he's getting a little bit closer to being able to make it. That 36 has been working that bottom, though. Steve Literal 86 is getting very, very close to those marbles up there. I mean, he's running right at it. I think he needs to find a way down to even be competitive, and he's leaving a lot of room. We got a caution here. Polini is around the 91. Got some other guys around. Like 4 were involved in total. And just swiping the rear. Gets the 51. The 57's involved. 59 was involved also. I think Pete might have called it quits, and I believe he has. Had a rough night. As Teft will go down pit road. Okay. I'm guessing this is planned by him. Wouldn't think this isn't planned. Stidham's down also. Kane, Vest, Nelson also came down pit road. And some of those guys have damage, though. Need to get off of... I was going to say, it's going to be really close with Nelson making it off pit road. Very, very close. Oh, he just barely made it. I think. I don't think it was closed. I mean, he just barely beat that car out. The lights have gone off here. Adams, Benelli, Fox, Troy, Allen, and Littrell are your front 3 rows. Adams has had control over this start. Literally the whole entire race. He's had 0 challenge from anybody. I don't expect that to change either. Looks like we have green flag, and he jumps immediately on that. 19, I wonder if they're going to start timing it on that 80. So I mean, he goes as soon as he's in the box. I'd almost see if he can jump it as... Oh, that's almost bad for Steven. Able to gather it back up under him, but that car was getting evil for him. Oh, there goes the 2. Fudge, not able to save it. We have another caution here. Fennel has jumped to the pits. Saw Fudge getting loose behind. That's just up a little bit high, and rear end tries to come around. He somewhat saves it, and then the 50. And you're going to be thinking, why is the 50 that low? Well, you're hoping that the driver's going to bounce off the wall. It looks so stupid when you haven't raced, but he's honestly probably trying to get this. He's hoping the 2's going to kind of keep going down or do something else. I mean, he was already down there. I don't know why he's that low, to be honest with you there. And that's a little bit confusing to me why he's that low. But that's... He's not trying to do that on purpose by any means. Vest is down pit road. Okay. A little interesting there. I don't know why he'd be doing that. Lights are going to stay on one more lap. These cars. Look at the green flag. The next lap. Lights have gone off here, so it will be Adams leading them to green again. So he's going to probably gonna go as soon as he enters the box. I wonder if they're going to maybe adapt to that here just a little bit. As pace truck is off and Adams goes immediately. They got to start timing that. I think that somebody's going to pick up on it. I picked up on it, but that's also because I'm not having to race at the same time. It sorted out relatively quickly behind him. A little bit of a wash up there from, I believe that's the 86 of Hess. No, not 86. That is the 88 of Thomas. Thomas still going to be able to hold it pretty tight, though, to the bottom. Might be washing up a little bit here. So it looks like you want to be on the absolute bottom track. You don't want to be up off the bottom there. You can't run that middle line. You can see all these, I don't know if it's able to, yeah, you can kind of see it on your screen, all these, that black stuff up at the very top. That is all marbles. You do not want to get that on your tires at all. You will literally just continue to plow. As Benelli's starting to eat into this lead a little bit. He's not that far behind. You gotta keep an eye on this here. They are matching lap times, literally. 16:39 to a 16:37. Bellini was a little bit slower that last lap. I mean, just barely. So he's pretty much on pace with Adams. Back behind him, we'll see if Teft can work his way through. Teft is always, he's always a threat. Any track that we go to, he is always up front. He'll easily get by Hess there, so it's going to set his sights on Steven. See if he can get up to him now. A little bit of onboard there with him. He's caught up to the bumper of Steven. He's running 16:37 to a 16:41, so his lap time is just a little bit faster. I think Steven's probably getting held up here a little bit. You see the 67 is going to put down some tire marks there. Chase that rear end down. I don't know if he knows that Teft is up under, but Teft is easily going to get that position. He'll go right on by him. $53 laps of 150 done. So far, the biggest mover is Corey. He's up 13 positions. He's looking for another one here on Fox. On a diamond. He's staying really high in the corner, getting a lot of, he didn't get it there. He missed it. Trying to get some turn down off that. Actually, he got a huge run. If he can just time it one more time, he might be able to get to the vacuums. He doesn't get it off of 1 and 2. See if he gets off of 3 and 4, though. He's staying a little bit higher. Yeah, he got it right there. Not as big as it was last time, though. So he's trying to slowly work his way up. He just can't get enough. They have definitely slowed down their lap times, though. Their fastest lap was a 16:28. They're now running 16:70s. So they have really, really slowed down. Continue to look here around Teft, because Teft has got around Steven. Set his sights on Troy. Teft's lap times are barely faster. When I say barely, I mean barely faster, not by much. Kept his gaining a little bit, though. Not a lot. He's definitely working his way up there towards it. Running the fastest times right now. Not these front two. I mean, they're all so close. See the times there right now. I mean, they are literally on top of each other on their times. This 19, though, is gaining on this 80. May not be too long until this 80, oh, he's going to have to come down a little bit. That 19 is going to be there in this next lap. He gets a run off it. Yeah, he's wiggling around a little bit. He's entering really, really shallow, though. Look at that shallow entry. Really having to roll it. He's getting it so far. He's not really coming up next to the wall, though. He's not letting the car unwind. I think it's going to start hurting his tires a little bit. The Adam starts. Yeah, he pulled away that lap for sure. 16.98, 17.02. Had a feeling he pulled away. 16.81, 16.82, though. These guys are gaining some time. 17.54. Fox must have had a big slip up there somewhere. Now they're going to go at it up front still. 19's finally got up under that 80. Not close enough, though, to get that position. He's trying everything he can. He's just not close enough. Have to go back at it again. Have to mount a charge after that. Maybe if I was a 19, move up a little bit, see if I can get that diamond going into the corner, because I think he's wrapping the bottom way too aggressively. I mean, he's staying right on that line. Maybe it's helping. I don't know. That's just what I would do. See, Teft is creeping forward here on this 69 and Fox. Slowly gaining on him. I want to hear Bonelli's tires. I think he's making that right front really mad. He is sliding the crap out of that thing on entry. It's sliding all through the corner, actually. Sliding it on entry, having to really crank it. Car is not turning out. He's cooked that right front. That right front is not happy with him. I can see him. He's literally, I mean, with him working the wheel in the middle of the corner, he's actually trying to catch the slide, but it somehow isn't even turning still. If he can catch him again. Gets at 80's leaving that bottom line open. I'm not surprised he's doing it either. I'd be expecting him to. Now he's finally gotten up to the top. Lap traffic, though, will play a factor here as Teft got by that 69 of Fox. Teft does have the freshest tires of these guys up. I said that's so weird. He has the freshest tires of the guys up here. Got to keep that in mind. They're going to be running up on, I think that's Fudge. No, that's not Fudge. Who was that? Vest? Yes, that's Vest they're going to be running up on. Vest pitted, and he's just way off the pace overall. Maybe he's struggling with this new car. Well, they are halfway through the race, 75 of 150. Adams trying to hold on to this position. But here he comes, Teft, finally lurking in that background. Expected to see him up here, and here he is. Everybody else has gotten pretty spaced out. Gonna be Benelli, Teft, and Adams. And the question is, when are these guys in the front pit? Because they're gonna have to pit eventually. I don't think they're gonna be able to stay out all the time or all the way. Keston running a 1696 to a 711, 712. And I really think this 80's held up the 19. I think if the 19 can get around this 80, he'll have the car to beat, because he's trying to mount runs and everything. He just cannot get it to bite coming off the corner. I think Teft with his fresh tires, I was just going to go right by these guys. He's going to be it's going to be pretty much no challenge to him, I think. Lap traffic, though, that could be interesting. I don't mean to do that. Interesting here. Or is this 59 go? If the 59 stays high, yeah, he'll stay out of the way, let him race. At 19, though, looks like he got a... it looks like he gets good bites every time, but it just dies on him. I don't know what it is, if it's just the tires or what. And I think that he's got a good run, and then it just craps out on it. Does not do good for him at all. So that 80's finally giving up that bottom to the 19. I wonder if he can kind of pinch him off here. They'll just get close to each other. I think they'll probably just get close to each other and even pretty much. This 19 still fighting hard. He needs to go up a little bit so he can get a tad bit of an entry. He stays too low, in my opinion. Get up on that 80's door and use it. I mean, well, don't hit him, but you know what I mean. Get up on it, kind of run him a little bit higher. He leaves a lot of room. He's actually going to get in the marbles there. He's going to make that truck really mad at him if he's not careful. Still trying to roll that bottom. Still trying to roll it. He's rolling this thing forever. Teft's just kind of stuck behind him. He really can't go anywhere either. What is he going to do? The thing is, he can't do anything. Finally gets by that 80, slides him up going into the corner. I feel like that's what you needed to do, because gosh, that was taking forever. See what Teft can do now on these guys. He's just lurking on the 80's bumper now. I think it's only a matter of time before Teft gets to the front. But with these guys doing that, they've actually brought in this back group behind him. See Fox, Littrell, Thomas, all gaining on him. It looks like once they get behind this 80, they all slow down. So that 80's been jamming people up here. He's not been doing it on purpose. He's just been racing hard. Benelli ran a 17:01 compared to a 17:11 behind him with these guys trying to pass him. And it looks like he's finally got by him. Teft did. Cliff, yeah, he ran a 17:42, so he's really falling off here. Definitely grouped them all back up together, though. I don't know when they're going to have to pit. I really don't know if they're going to have to pit, to be honest with you. I'm not thinking they will. They might have to. As we got a caution here. It's Fudge and Allen. Dang. No, he's going to get run over by the 42, isn't he? No, he's just going to get too high. No, we got ran over by the 42. A little bit of a nip there. This, oh, I can't stop in time. A little bit of contact from the 67. I think he should be fine. Now, this should bring every... Yep, there they go. All down pit road. This evens the playing field out again. They'll have... Lap is it? And so at lap 94, they'll have less than 60 laps to go. Alright. Goes for him. Fox actually wins the race off pit road. He took 4. Wow, these guys lost a lot of time. Teth was 19 seconds on pit road. I don't know what in the world could have happened to him to make it that long of a pit stop. He took forever. Lights have gone off on the pace truck here. So they will get the green flag next time by. It'll be Fox, Littrell, Taft, Hess, Spinelli, and Kane. Someone's having to drop to the back. That is the 59 of McDonald. They'll try to get this sorted out before they go green. Yep, lights are going to go back on the pace truck because they're still trying to sort this out position-wise. They were supposed to go green. They're not going to now, though. Now lights are off. It's going to be interesting to see if they actually, like, hold Tef back, because they were gaining on him before that whole caution came out. So it's going to be interesting for me to see this. I want to see, as green flag is in the air. We are back underway here. Fox does not get a good jump. Steven gets a better one, surprisingly, on that high line. Can you hold him? He needs to get way down on the apron, as low as he can. He's going to try to enter high and get this position. Looks like he's got it there. If he lets it rotate down to the bottom, he does. So he gets it from the outside line. That's a little bit surprising. McDonald has a black flag, probably because he couldn't get down behind somebody in time for that green flag. Teft trying to get a 2 for 1. Looks like he'll just get 1, if anything, at this point. You see the 69's going to power around on his outside. He will. He's not going to give it up quite too easy for him. He's going to still fight him on the outside. The 98 and the 69 behind him. These two just fighting it out. Though I wonder if he can get back down to the bottom. He's got laps to do it. He's got 47 laps, and he was working his way up there pretty easily. So he needs to get clear of this 20 though, and he is not clear. If he does, he's going to get swiped on the nose. He is he went way too high in that corner, way too high. Basically in the marbles at that point. Just let Steven kind of run away. Hess is behind him. That's a Kyle Larson paint scheme. I actually like when Kyle Larson runs a different paint scheme, because I hate seeing the blue one all the freaking time. It is one of the most annoying things in the world. behind him, though. They've gotten settled down again, finally. Someone was almost around there, I think. This 80's is fighting hard. He's trying to get around Kane. Kane is not making it easy on him either. He's going to hang in that outside line, make him work to pass. And as soon as I say that, he gets right by him. Oh, Benelli! Whoa, he hit... I don't know what he hit down there. I think he hit the apron. That car just shot up. That blue is growing on me. I normally don't like that color blue. It's actually not that bad, to be honest with you. Even those running away, 1650s, running the fastest times on the track. I got 40 laps to go in this race. Let's see, is he sliding his front end? Not really. He's actually letting it rotate pretty well. Oh, sliding there, but it's not too bad. S is getting all I can, though. Look at that. A little bit of a counter steer on the exit. Car's loose. Maybe a little bit loose. He's also staying... I noticed a lot of them have a really shallow entry. They don't really arch the corner. They just, like, go straight in. I don't know if it's just how these cars have to be driven, but I keep noticing that. It's basically just straight into the corner. Normally... I could draw, but I can't. Did I add that? Shh, I didn't. Crap. Oh, that sucks. I thought I added it. Let me see if I can... I'll get that to where you can draw. Basically, kind of think of... You're not making a 90 when you enter the corner. What's the best way to describe this? I don't know. Think of, I guess this is kind of a good one. Kind of think of like entering the interstate. You know, or coming, well, I guess that could work. Coming off the interstate or entering the interstate, where you kind of have that gradual slope, kind of gradual turn onto the interstate. That's kind of what you need to enter the corner like. A lot of these guys are kind of acting like it's a back road. They're going like straight into the corner. Like no arch, just right down in, and as soon as I thought Taft was going to be out of this, he's showing his head again. He is not done. He wants more. Who would have guessed? Taft wants more. I just saw a video of something, old game that I used to play when we used to have halftime chat. You just scream at each other. One of the funniest things. I don't know why they took that away. Fastest car on the track right now, see what they average it out to be, is Corey ran a good lap. Cody ran a good lap. Now they ran a crappy lap. Cody just ran a good lap again, but he's also sitting in 7th with less than 30 laps to go. And I think Hess has gone into full defense mode now. This is, I'm going to go ahead and say, this is one of the things that I do. I know it drives drivers absolutely effing insane. I block so hard when I know my tires are gone, and it will drive people nuts. I mean, you think Ryan Newman was hard to pass? You have not seen me on worn tires late in the race. I will hold you off like my life depends on it, and I do not care. Get off me, stink bug. Die. it is one of the most annoying things, and I kind of hope that's what we see here with Hess, just to make Andrew mad. Now, unless I see, you know, like there's nobody behind them for a while, then I let him go. But yeah, I'm not fun to be around when I have old tires. Let's just say that much. Steven's basically he's just, you know, he's on it. That's all we can say. Now, if I was NASCAR here, I'd throw a caution to make it interesting, but I don't think there's gonna have to be a caution unless they, you know, of course, wreck each other. I don't really see it happening here, unless it's just an accidental. I mean, well, let's say never. It could be an accidental tap. Who knows? The 6 is not 6. That's not Fudge. Who is that? All the way up there. Yeah, no, that's Steve Vest. Oh, don't run into him, Fudge. Thought he was about to. Fudge was coming up on him hot. He about just ran right through that man. It's when he's still just rolling around here. But 20 laps to go. It's going to be interesting. Do the tires just fall off the cliff out of nowhere, or do they last completely fine? Only thing I can see causing an instance maybe Orwell or Bonelli. Also, I'm horrible with last names. I'm so sorry if I've said your last name wrong. I don't know why I'm bad with last names. I really don't. It's just how it is, I guess. But who knows? 36, just gonna hope that there's no caution that comes out. The only thing that he does not need is a caution. The 12 laps to go. Coming up on the end here. Somebody's riding the wall there. I don't know who that was. Not want to see that happen, though. Steven's saying, please, just no caution. He qualified 10th, so he's been running I'm mid-pack the whole entire race, but he's done a really good job. He started 10th, currently first. Last lap, leaders, of course, is the same person. Fastest lap was a 16.278. That is tied with Adams, I believe. Yeah, that's tied with Adams for the fastest lap. He's done a good job. There's 7 laps left. I don't really see anybody near each other. Thomas may start racing for position here on this 80. Oh, don't get to that quarter panel, though. Just don't wreck him. He's probably thinking, please, please, please just don't wreck him. All that he's asking, just do not wreck him. Four laps to go now for him. Just trying to get to the finish line now at this point. That's all he's asking. As Adam has apparently hit 447 miles per hour. That is not correct. Steven's got 2 more laps around here, though. He can get it done. It will be one more time around here. He just wants to see that white flag. If he can see that white flag, that's all that he cares about. He's got to get to it. Come on, he's hoping for it. Get it right there. And that will be the end of the race here. Next flag will end it. Steve just needs to get a good run to clear that 59. It looks like he should be able to get it. He comes off of 4, and he will take home the win. Hess looks like he'll hold on to 2nd. Teft will come home 3rd. Finelli can't rally in time to get a podium finish. He'll come home 4th. Crowell will come home 5th, but Steven will take home the win. Kansas City, Missouri driver, take it home. Looks like he is done with his burnout there. We'll hide that, and I'll pull up the race results. Now we'll go all the way to the top. We'll start with Steven, if I can grab him and find him somewhere, that is. We'll actually start with Teft. Hey, Teft, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
And so you come home 3rd, fall just a little bit short there. Was battling for the lead for that caution came out. But, you know, how did the race go for you overall, though? Because you qualified 2nd. You didn't do too bad there.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think I'm missing a little something. I'm kind of burning off my right front a little bit early. So I got to figure out a little line change or something. Might just be going a little bit too hard at the start. But yeah, overall, kind of took it easy at the start and came in as soon as the pit window opened because it didn't really seem like tires were mattering that much. So figured just come in as soon as I could make it to the end. And I think I would have been better off if the yellow didn't come out because I had a tire advantage there. But you know, all in all, it turned out pretty well. Just needed to take care of my right front a little bit better. And congrats to Steve.
And so, how did this car drive this track? Because it seemed like it was pretty stable, but then when I went on board with somebody, they were having to wheel the crap out of that thing.
Yeah, the track's got a ton of character. Temps wise, I don't know. Track felt kind of grippy, but um, you could overshoot it on entry and back into the wall if you wanted to. But it would just get progressively tighter, and the corners are kind of wonky. They're not really a consistent diameter or whatever, so uh, it's hard to hit them the same way twice, to be honest, because of all the bumps and stuff. So you're constantly just trying to find some sort of groove in that chaos.
And so, how was the racing early on? Because it seemed like we had some cautions, and then after that, it settled down, and we were able to go green for pretty long runs there.
Yeah, once we got a little spread out, it was I was kind of just following Kyle there toward the end. I couldn't really make a move. We were all pretty even. It took a really long time on that run before for my tires to even matter. They were quite a bit newer, so probably needed a few more laps to really see some passing, I think. So the tires, they hold on so well for so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't look like the tires were falling off. I mean, the lap times were falling off, but handling wise, I didn't really see that much. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, then once we're spread out, it's harder to get a yellow that way. So, but in the driver's seat, that was a heck of a lot of fun. We love those long green flag runs where the tires wear out and stuff. So, yeah, I want to thank you for helping out in the booth. Everybody that tunes in to watch, shows up to race, our servicemen and women, friends, family, team, and if you're interested in checking us out, just head on over to racerselite.com.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good job coming home third tonight, man.
Thanks, Bryce.
Andrew Teff, the third place driver. We'll bring in the second place driver and Kyle Hess. Hey, Kyle, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir, I do.
And so you come home second. You hold off Teff there after he kind of was on your bumper for about 15 laps. How was the race for you overall, though, man? Because you qualified, well, you qualified third, come home second. So you gained one spot at least.
And I just had some fun. That's about what this race was for me. Uh, I'd come in, didn't really have any expectations, like it says, a practice race for the big race next week. So uh, I guess I just kind of got lucky.
So how do these cars handle from your point of view? Because it didn't look like they were sliding around too much, but when I went on board, it looks like they were sliding on entry and kind of all the way through, depending on on how people were driving
At,
them.
at first, it had a good bit of grip, but as you start burning them up towards the end of the run, you starts getting a little slick for sure. Um, you get on it too much and you hit it at, especially on that was it on that bump coming out of turn 4, it'll really send you sideways if you get on it too soon right there on older tires. So I got a little bit of sideways every once in a while, but it just kind of what made it fun too.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it was an interesting race, and these cars seemed like they ran pretty well. How was the racing from your point of view? Because early on we had some cautions, and then they got settled down. We were able to get some pretty good green flag runs.
It was all good for me. I don't think I seen any cautions around me. The racing around me, it was clean. It looked like everyone raced everyone with, or each other with respect, and that's all I really asked for, especially around me. So, and I attribute that to all the other drivers in this league. There's you could go places where there's not a lot of give and take. It's just take, and here there's quite a bit of both. It's kind of a fresh breath of air.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Just my team, Highlight and Handsome. I ain't got no sponsors right now, so uh, Andrew and them for putting on the race and putting on the league and providing some good, clean racing for folks. Man, I appreciate that more than anything. And then you guys for coming out and taking your time and doing the stream. And we all appreciate it, guys. We really do. And we thank y'all.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good job coming home second tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Y'all have a good night.
Kyle Hesse, second place driver. We will bring the race winner in Steven. Hey, Steven, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
I sure do. What's up?
And so you qualify 10th, come home with the win. How did the race go for you overall, though? Because it seemed like you were kind of upper middle pack, and then that caution came out, and you were just able to kind of just find something there at the end.
Yeah, I was just biding my time, trying to stay clean. And I knew that when I was going to come in and change tires, I was only going to change rights. So I was being as nice to my left sides as I could so that they could still be good enough to leave on there and be fast. So we just found ourselves out in the front and got that clean air, which was so nice to have. And we're able to just walk away with it. It was a good race.
So how do these cars handle from your point of view? Because it seemed like they were pretty stuck in the ground to a certain amount, but they also slid when I was on board. They were really sliding getting into the corner.
They will slide going in. You just got to be real easy on the brake and the steering. Where you're really going to gain your time is exiting the corner, and the rear end did want to step out on you, but the older the tires got, the better that got. So it just seems like it just handled better and better and better as the run went.
So we had some cautions early on, and then we got some green flag runs. But how was the racing from your point of view? Because it didn't look like it was too bad at all.
Oh, that was a fun race. To be honest, I expected a lot more cautions. I saw 18 cars take the grid, so I went ahead and started from the pits. I didn't want to be involved in all the mess, and everybody drove really clean. It was a lot of fun. Lap cars, stay out of the way, and everybody raced you hard, but didn't, just outright wreck you or put you in the wall. I love racing around these guys. It was a lot of fun.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Well, you for putting it on, and Andrew for putting on the show, and I always have to thank my mom and dad, my wife for all of them for watching and giving me all the push and kudos and way to goes and all that, and my 2 kids and my grandson.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good job coming in with the win tonight, man.
All right, thanks a lot.
That was Steven, the race winner. I'll go over the top 10. Steven Literal, or I think that's how you say his name. Second, Kyle Hess. Third, Andrew Teth. Fourth, Cody Benelli. Fifth, Corey Crowell. Sixth, Troy Thomas. Seventh, Cliff Adams. Eighth, Dennis Kane. Ninth, Jesse Fox. And tenth was Barry Nelson. Not a bad race overall, though. It's been a while since I've called a race, but definitely good. That's not what I meant to hide. I need to fix this freaking layout because I have so much crap everywhere. But it wasn't a bad race, but I'm not going to keep y'all here any longer. I will let you all go.